Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name's Elizabeth and this is part 2 of our Autism Story. For those of you who have not watched part 1 of this video, I'm going to go ahead and link it down below so you guys can check it out. For those of you who have seen the video, then let's just go ahead and continue where we left off last time. So the reason why I had to stop the video last time, number one, was because it was very long. I felt that I didn't want to have like an hour-long video, and that's what it would have turned out to be. And also because I really did get very emotional. I had to kind of go back to my center after I stopped that recording. It was very difficult for me to relive all those moments, and it was going back to those memories and every single feeling that you get along with those memories, but plus all the stress that we have going through in the past few months. It just kind of became this one big ball of anxiety, and I just couldn't handle it, and that's why I just so abruptly just shut off everything. We met Judy, and that's a day that I will never forget, and it truly I hate getting emotional. It pisses me off. And I truly feel that there's a reason why she was put in our life. Let me explain. When you're going through this whole turmoil of all these emotions and all this anxiety and all this research and all these expectations that are completely broken, you need to find support in somebody who's going to lift you up and who's going to guide you and educate you and truly support you. And that is what Judy is for us. She was Simon's preschool teacher for the past 2 years, and she was the person that literally held our hand through the process of the beginning stages of us learning Simon had and has autism. It was because of her and her assistants that within a matter of 2 to 3 weeks, Simon went, the boys are playing, sorry, from being a child who was speaking single words to speaking simple 2 to 3 word sentences. Not only that, but his behavior also changed. He became a lot calmer, a lot more focused. And even though there were still episodes that were a little tough, it was a lot easier for us to manage the whole situation and for us to be able to teach him new things because he could actually focus directly on what he had in front of him. That was a big deal for us. When I say that we owe Judy and Maria and Kim, her 2 assistants, everything in regards to Simon, I truly and wholeheartedly mean it, because they took our child who, not that he was broken, but he was lost somewhere else, and they kind of guided him back to where he could be reachable again. You have to remember that when Simon started going to school, she was the very first person that actually took him and molded him. And I had to trust Judy and her assistants 1000%, because before, Simon had only been with me. I was the only person that could teach him, and I was so lost too that I feel like I was doing a very poor job. So it was kind of like the blind leading the blind. I had no idea what to do. So I started taking parenting classes, and I started reading books, and I started researching even further online about not so much the diagnosis, but also how to handle the whole situation, what to teach him, how to handle the teachings. It was a lot. So fast forward to January of 2016, and we finally go see a neurologist. He gave us a full diagnosis. Basically, on the spot. He saw a lot of signs, and I'll get into all the signs in a separate video because I want to be as detailed as possible. One thing that he said that will stay with me forever, medically speaking, there's really nothing that you can do. There's no magical cure. So you're gonna have to take him to as many therapies as he needs. You're gonna do everything you can in your power to make sure that he learns and understands and remains strong and driven and connect with other moms that are in your same situation, that are going through the same struggle, because they have already tried many things, and even though everything doesn't work for everybody, they will be able to guide you a lot better than I ever could. And to me, that was kind of mind-blowing in a way, because he was telling me right then and there, you need to rely on a support system. He didn't try to play the God card, and I appreciated that from him. It was very honest. A few months go by, and per the recommendation of Simon's teacher, we land an appointment with our closest regional center, which here in California, regional centers tend to give diagnosis for children who could have, a number of things. So ADHD, cerebral palsy, autism, Asperger's, that sort of thing. When we go to our appointments, there were several of them. I don't exactly remember the timeline for that, but I believe we went on two or three separate occasions. The third time that we went, we were told by the psychologist that she did see signs, and then we just had to wait for her report. Once we had all these diagnoses in place, then we started therapy. We started with speech therapy, and then a few months after that, we started doing occupational therapy, because we noticed that Simon has trouble with fine motor skills. The second year of preschool, we had a second team come into Simon's life, which was Karen, who was I believe a behavioral therapist before actually working for the school district, and her team. And I'm telling you, these two teams that worked with him at the school district, plus the team that he had at the therapy spot where we go to for his speech and for his OT. The child that we started with, compared to the child that we have now, is like day and night. At this point, he's a healthy child. He's still not fully communicating as a 5-year-old should, but he's definitely communicating with long, complex sentences. He's able to tell us what he wants or what he needs, but it's still a long road to where we need to go. And I have to constantly remind myself that even though it's a long road that we still have to travel, it has been a long road from where we started. And there have been a lot of people that have put a lot of effort into Simon being successful. It was truly a team effort, from us as his parents, to his school teachers, to his therapists, to his doctors. Within all of this, we have built a little community for him that has helped him out. We want to be able to give him all the tools that he needs in order for him to be successful and to be independent down the line. I know that that is mostly the goal for every single parent out there, but our journey with Simon comes definitely with more challenges. It has been a little bit more difficult, but not impossible. If it's not impossible, then there's gotta be a way to work around the challenges. There's gotta be a solution for the problem, and I will not give up until I find out what that solution is. We give the people that work with Simon the freedom to work with him. We're not being helicopter parents. We have been very, very fortunate in our journey to have people like Judy, like Maria, like Kim, who were his first set of teachers that really guided him and really gave him a very solid base for him to stand on and to continue learning and to grow as a person. We want the best quality of people around him, and the best quality of education, and the best quality of care. If you're going through something like this and you're feeling really, really lost, the best piece of advice that I can give you is this: love your child above anything and everything. Don't forget that you're not just a mom, but an advocate. You're a best friend. You're your child's first love and the person that they trust the most. You need to do whatever's best for your kid. Forget about everything else. A lot of times we lose sight of what's necessary and what's important. Don't lose sight of that. Ultimately, everything that you're doing will benefit them. And surround yourself with people who will love you and your child no matter what, over everything else. And even if they can't do something for you, that they'll be there for you. You need a strong support system, because a lot of times you will break. A lot of times you're gonna fall down, and a lot of times you will feel broken and like you're not doing anything right. About 75% of the time, that's how I feel. It's a very overwhelming feeling where I feel like I just fucked up again. And down the line, I realize I am doing enough. So don't let yourself fall down. And I know that it's easier said than done. Trust me on that. So I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this video up here, you guys. I think that I am going to do a part 3 to this series, because I want to make that more into a tool that you can use if you're barely getting into the beginning stages, or just finding out that your child is autistic, or you are suspicious, so that you're able to use that video and sort of get an idea of where to begin. Because we live in California, I am gonna have to research a lot, because I want to make that video available for anybody who lives in the United States. I know I'm sort of overreaching a little bit, and I don't know how long it's gonna take me. I don't believe it's gonna be a quick turnaround for me to record this video, but I'm really gonna try my best so that I have it available as soon as possible. I hope you guys find this video interesting and useful, and if you guys have any questions, or if you would like me to do a Q&A, feel free to leave me a comment down below, and I will more than gladly do it for you guys. I hope everybody's doing great. Take care, and I will see you guys on the next video. Bye.